In this video, we're going to go over common rowing mistakes and how to fix them, so you can better visualize good and bad technique. The folder extends his legs all the way, but forgets to bring his torso with him, leaving the chest forward in a distinct folded over posture. From here, he's going to exhaust the back muscles trying to get into proper position at the end of the stroke. Correct this by keeping your torso upright and engaging the core until the legs are fully extended, then you can lean back and finish the movement. Just as the title suggests, the high rower rows too high, flaring his elbows out, risking shoulder impingement and injury. To correct, tuck your elbows in around 45 degrees from your torso to take full advantage of your lats. The sailor is by far my favorite because it looks hilarious. The sailor might get the backstroke perfectly fine, but when they come forward, the first thing they do is break those knees before the torso and arms have had a chance to come back. Closely related to the sailor is the handle bouncer. Bringing up the knees too fast forces you to elevate that handle up and over your knees, where you end up overcorrecting and dropping it down too low. To correct, just follow our 3x3 order: legs, core, arms, core, legs, and keep that handle on an imaginary set of rails straight back and forth the entire time, not going up or down. The overleaner takes 2 o'clock on the way back to the extreme. When you lean too far back, not only do you lose efficiency, but you force your hip flexors to do too much of the work getting you back up, creating hip pain for many people. To correct, make sure you're only leaning back slightly at about 1 to 2 o'clock so you can properly engage your core rather than rely on your hip flexors. The melter may perform the correct order on the way back, but on the way forward, everything melts together, dissipating all the energy created from that kinetic chain. To correct, just like with the sailor who brings up his knees first, make sure to follow that arms, core, legs on the way back. This strange variant involves externally rotating the hips into a yoga butterfly pose and then reaching too far forward with the handle, forcing the back to round and an inefficient use of the legs. To correct, just tuck those knees in and only reach as far as you can while keeping that back straight. Similarly, the reacher has good leg technique but overdoes the forward lean to the point where the back rounds. We don't want a rounded back because that means the lower back muscles have to take over, instead of letting the glutes, hamstrings, and spinal erectors do the work like they're supposed to. To correct, just keep that chest up, shoulders back and down at all times while extending that thoracic spine. The jerker thinks of rowing as a primarily upper body movement. There's very little power coming from the legs, and the seat doesn't move very far back and forth in either direction. Instead, the rower starts a powerful lean back too soon before the legs have finished extending, and finishes off with a powerful effort from the arms. To correct, the rower must follow the proper sequence: legs, core, arms, while making sure his legs are doing the bulk of the work at 60%, only finishing off with the core and arms at 20% apiece.